All right. We are live.
Love.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So,
we're going to have to work out because we're chatterboxes, so we're going to have to work out.
I know. We already did this before, remember? I was like, but hopefully I'll try and shut my mouth and wait for questions and wait to be asked to speak.
That's never going to actually happen.
I know. It's not. But this early is your best chance because I'm already not really sure how to form the words yet. So this is the best we're going to get.
Well, we've got your back.
Totally fine. So Kat and I host a Blab almost every week. We try and do every week, every Thursday, where we talk about social media and productivity because the two very much go hand in hand for small business owners. And we say fuck a lot and we joke around and we talk about people's questions. We have something to talk about every week. See? There you go. So
I love it. Well, that's why I love you girls, because you're not afraid of a little fuck. Okay, fuck here, fuck there, shit, fuck.
So many places to go with that. So little time.
I know. This is what comes out in the morning.
Yes. So, and we always share our mug of the day, which started because I have quite the collection. So mine is from.
You have that many?
It's kind of a problem.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Just a little bit.
Yeah. So the wonderful Ellen from our group made me this. There's one.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm just going to give you props for that.
Beautiful, but it is very, very small. So I also have.
You are not fucking around, indeed.
And I drink it black. I do not mess around.
I wish. I always want to. It looks like it would be so helpful. But no. I've tried to cut it with like a pound of sugar and it's still like, I'd rather have a fucking vodka. It's like, no, it's not going to work.
So, a little bit about me. We'll go around this way maybe. And ourselves. So I'm Kara Chase. I am a social media strategist and coach. I help small businesses figure out what the heck they need to be doing on social media, help them form their game plan, how to do it right, how to do it quickly, how to do it easily. No bullshit. That's my theme for 2016. No bullshit. And I also build Squarespace websites for my clients when they need it. So that's just a little bit about me. I blog. I will put in my website and everybody can do the same. And I love talking about social media because I think it's fascinating. The people part of social media fascinates me, which is why I love it so much. So anyway, that's me. Kat, over to you.
You're pointing the other way.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to point the other direction, like this. I think I'm pointing at her now.
Yes, you got it right there. So yeah, I'm Kat. I have coined the phrase mind detective myself because I quite like it. And my business is the Straight Talking Ginger because it does what it says on the tin. It's kind of straight talking, no bullshit, not your fluffy life coaching stuff. It's about getting you from A to B as fast as humanly possible. And there's a whole lot of stuff that holds us solopreneurs, startups, entrepreneurs, small business owners, whatever the heck label you want to give yourself, it holds us back. So it's about getting under the hood of what it is and then sorting that shit out. That's the bottom line. That's what I like to do. So yep, that's what I do. And we come on here and as Cara said, our businesses complement one another because I'm all about just getting your stuff done and finding the easiest way to do that without pain. Really, that's what it's about. And I'm just going to put in my website as well. So over to you, Dre.
Well, I am Dre, the sleepy shit-talking badass behind the Branded Solopreneur and the Badass Solopreneur Society, our private Facebook group where I met these two amazing kick-ass bitches. And I am a visual gal. As you can tell, the words don't really come easily, but I'm all about the visuals, and I help my fellow solos brand their business and come up with the right visual strategies for their business so that they can stand out in that big ass sea of bright lights and fluff out there. So I'm all about cutting through the fluff with some kick-ass visuals and getting your brand to signature style status, because I believe that is really the secret to standing out these days. And that's my spiel.
Cool.
That's it.
Nice.
We like
It's
it.
been fun. But goodbye, guys. Sounds great.
Gotta go. I'm all done. So normally Kat and I talk specifically about social media and productivity, and it's interesting. We thought having the same theme every week, we'd run out of things to talk about, but we never do, because there's always something going on.
Yeah.
There's always something to talk about, and it usually comes out. We do a catch up at a half an hour before our Blab every week, and we talk about what's going on with our businesses. And every single time out of that conversation, we come up with, yep, that's what we want to talk about today. However, today is a little different because of our super awesome special guest. So
I wish someone would have tweeted that out so we could get that. Like, you guys are like,
right?
Okay, go.
So do it. It'll be a so funny. So we're talking about branding because, Dre, you are the queen of branding. And, you know, it's kind of everywhere that people are doing mini courses, webinars, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people in service-based industries, including myself and you two, are figuring out that having courses and evergreen content is really a great way to multiply your revenue stream, your business, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So, but like everything else you do on social media, it has to be branded. So we wanted to pick your brain and have you just totally rap about how to brand a mini course and a webinar and the steps that you go through. And, you know, we can just take it as it goes, but we would love to hear what you have to say about it. So go.
Groovy. I know. And you're like, oh, right.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Honestly, I think that the mini courses or the webinars, right? They're essentially webinars. I hate the word webinar.
Yeah.
Hate it. I hate the connotation. I hate saying it out loud. I hate reading it. It boils my blood. I think they're so like, ugh. But anything really, really formulaic for me is out, because I don't think it takes into consideration any personality or individuality or any of that shit. So I'm really not trying to be a rebel about anything, but I hate a lot of the fundamentals behind marketing and just kind of staying in that bubble that we've been in since the 90s. Like, I'm ready to kind of push it forward. So, but the mini courses have been the most amazing piece of my business growth, like for sure, beyond a doubt. And here's I love when you said the evergreen content, because that's the only thing that I will create. I find it completely useless to create content that I cannot continue to leverage again and again. Like, you know, a New Year's post or something, you know, with the latest and greatest platform or what's in the news or whatever. I just don't do that, because I need my content to last me a hell of a lot longer. And mini courses have been the best secret sauce that I found, because after they're done, you have this recording that you can use 15 million ways, right? So there's so many areas to brand your mini courses, right? Everything from the title, which I love the title of me and Kara's new mini course coming out next Wednesday, the no bullshit content calendar guide. Like, brilliant.
I love it.
But that honestly is
the Bitly link in here.
Yes.
By the way, Dre, as of this morning, hold on 1 second, 337.
Yes, I told her my goal was, I think I had 483.
No, you said 384.
Oh, maybe I'm dyslexic. No, I think I'm the 400. So whatever I told you, no, it was like 480, and that was the Pinterest one. And that's the one I had the most. So I told Kara that that's our goal. So I'm hoping that we hit 500 and we reach as many people, because this is going to be kick-ass between the two of us. Like, yeah,
I'm a wee bit jealous again, girls, just saying.
I know. Next time we'll let you be part of the Cool Kids Club, okay? But this time you're just not, you didn't make the cut. But that honestly is a first chance to break is your title, right? It doesn't have to be like, okay, so it definitely should have keywords and that sort of thing in it so that you can get some SEO juice. Like I definitely chose keywords and chose areas of my brand that directly related to what I was selling or my services that I offer. But the title, you know, has to show your personality. It has to show the brand mood and style. I mean, someone who is very offended by sarcasm, humor, and foul words is not Kara and my peeps. They're not going to appreciate our no bullshit style. So we have to come out with like, this is who the course is for. It's not for anybody that needs a content calendar. It's for the right badass that is going to appreciate our style and learn from us in the way that we want to teach.
Right.
And then move on to the visuals, which a mini course has 15 different ways, right? Your image, that all the images that you use, and side rant, create the images at the right size for the right platform. Okay, do not use Pinterest on Facebook. Do not use Twitter on, well, I guess you can now on Instagram. It's not all square, but it's like do the right image for the right platform, which means suck it up, pull your big girl panties, big boy panties up. You need to create more than one image. Get over it.
Yeah, get it. Yep.
And inside the mini course, right, your slides or whatever presentation you have, if it is something like this, like that obnoxious plugin I had when I first started, is because I want to play with having lower thirds on my Blab. And as soon as I figure it out, I'm going to strong arm you two to do it, because every visual, everything that you release that represents your brand has to have your stamp. That may mean a watermark. It may mean some kind of color that you can infuse. It may mean your voice and the terminology that you use. But a mini course is the best way to do it because they can see all of that. They can see your visuals. They can see your style. They can hear your voice. They can see your mannerisms. And it's boom sauce all the way across the board. So no matter what you're doing, and the third thing is any giveaway that you get. So if you're giving away some kind of cheat sheet or workbook or something like that, that needs to be branded. And the secret to doing all this and what helped me be able to bang out as many mini courses as I did last year was having a process, a system, like whatever that is for you, right? So that's going to be based on the platform that you're using and the legit, the tools that you're using for opt-in pages and that sort of stuff. But templates, I swear, by templates.
I'm just going to interrupt you and say templates.
Templates,
and
baby.
Systems.
I am really, like I said, formulaic is not my thing. So, when I hear systems, I like glaze over and I start to get really angry. But
no, I know, but it's the backbone of it. It's like the system, the structure bit allows you to wing it. Kara and I were just talking about that before we came on air. Yep. It's the stuff that you can fall back on, but you can wing it in the meantime. Yes. But you've got to have a checklist to get your stuff done. Yep. I love that. So templates is just a system. Sorry.
I know. That's why I'm like, I hate it. But then I'm like, again, it's just kind of the word. Again, it's like if we could come up with another fucking word, I wouldn't hate it.
I will.
But
I will.
Every time I post something, whether it's my blog post, whatever it's my content that I push out, I use Photoshop, and I realize some people, they don't want to invest that money or they want to use Canva. There's a million ways to do it, paid or free or whatever. Canva. But I go in Photoshop and I have templates saved for each platform for the number of lines. I have 2-line titles and 3-line titles. Yeah. And everything is there. And literally I change the words and I change the picture. Boom, 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 dragged. It's done.
Yeah.
Now
Nicole's giving you super props because she knows. Nicole, I know Nicole knows because I rode her ass until she knew. So thank you, Nicole, for that. She's the best.
I invested the time to set that up and tweak it and perfect it, and it changes. My images look different than they did 9 months ago, but it's to the point where I put up a blog post and I go in to do my images and it's done in not even 10 minutes. And there you go.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, it just takes out all the work. And I know hundreds of thousands of you solos are out there spending 2 hours on a fucking image in Canva, and it's ridiculous. And I'm here to tell you that that is crazy. You, even in Canva or PicMonkey, or well, PicMonkey, you can't save shit, but whatever tool you're using, set up a template. I create templates for people in Canva, including my girl Nicole that I did strong arm and was like, I'm here. I'm not really giving you an option. I'm creating you some templates. But that's it, because all you're doing is literally swap out the background, swap out the text. You can create now 5 images in 10 minutes, and that's 8 minutes longer than it's actually going to take you, but 10 minutes opposed to 1 image in 2 hours. And there is no awesome sauce to be had from being haphazard with your images. There's nothing to be gained. And I know falling down the font rabbit hole is awesome and colors are great, but creating a template that is going to organically build in the consistency and save you a shit ton of time. I mean, think about what you could actually do in 2 hours. They're not creating one shitty image that did nothing for your brand.
So Dre, are you saying that, I mean, I know you're saying that have the templates, rough estimate of time. So you're doing a mini course, you've got all your templates. How long does it take you to create all of those images for all of those platforms and your workbooks from start to finish, approximately?
I love that question, because here's why. Because the first mini course I put on took me like 5 fucking days, honestly. But I had nothing set up. Now I can do a mini course in a day. That's,
wow.
You know, understanding my material. So that might be like, you know, a little bit of like an hour to another day where I outlined all the content that I wanted to just like bullet points, like, okay, this is like kind of my framework. But all my slides, I have a complete template for my PowerPoint. So it has all the like typical 20 kind of slides, like the slide that would have some icon and then a list type, you know. So if I'm saying like the 8 ingredients you need to brand your blog, I have, you know, so I have templatized even my PowerPoint presentation. So I have a template that has about 20 to 25 types of slides I use, you know, some with bullet points, some with images, some with an image and bullet points, some with the title slide, blah, blah, blah. So when I go in to create my mini course, same thing. All I'm doing is swapping out bullet points, picking what slide I want and putting that as the next one. I use Illustrator. So I go in, I create my images for everything, including the webinar where I can put images in there for whatever I'm giving away or pitching. Tops an hour and a half. That's the guide cover. That's my video thumbnail. That's all the images for promotion. That's my blog image. That's my my thumbnail. I mean, it's the banner. It's everything, like hour and a half, because every single thing is templatized. So even my blog image has a template that's different than my mini course, because my mini course always has the stamp that says mini course and it always has the border. Like, it's okay to have 20 templates. And they may only be, like Kira said, one may be for a 3-line title, one may be for a 2. They don't have to be completely, you know, different. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Just make it so easy that Kira's like, okay, this is a 3-line title. I open this up, da, da, da. You don't even need to play with like, oh, well, this was 2. How do I fit it? Like, create every variation that you realize. So as you go, that's why I said, like, a year ago, a mini course took me 5 days. But I created that system, which we're thinking of another name, Kat. And honestly, I can throw it together in a day. I mean, everything. Okay. Yeah, so and that's a whole day. I mean, that's an 8-hour. I focused on that, but I can do the entire mini course in 8 hours.
Okay, so MD who knows me, I'm all about the productivity, and that's fantastic. However, other question for you: how do you sort that information? Is it just something as basic as folders? Is it a spreadsheet? What the heck does it look like? What is it? Or is it in Photoshop, or is it something else?
I love Evernote because I can use it on all my devices. So I created a check sheet. You like that cheat sheet check?
That was dumb.
Yeah. Well, it's 9:50. I mean, my role that's way too early to use fucking words. So don't make me. You guys are making me think really hard too. So let's not diminish how
really well.
That didn't happen more.
Not make excuses. Just answer the bloody question.
Yeah, commentary. No thanks. So I created a checklist and I broke it down into all the things. So it was like, it's the 5 things I need to do to set up Webinar Jam. It's the 4 things I need to do to create so I created that again as I went, like as I kind of was like, oh, so I need to do this in lead page. Oh shit, I need to create a list in my autoresponder. Every single step. And then I was able to, as I, it took a couple iterations, couple courses to get it down, put that in the order that I need to do. So it's like when I go to create images, I create the images for everything. When I go to, into my autoresponder, I create the new list. I add the welcome or the confirmation email, and I add the email for the day of, and I add the replay email as a draft. And so everything in my autoresponder is ready. Then I move on to Webinar Jam. I do everything that I need to do in that. And even in Webinar Jam, I can copy my last mini course. So again, it's like a template because I just use my last one and I change what I need to change out. And that's why it takes 8 hours, because I have every single step lined out and I have it in the most efficient order, and I just go down it, and that's it.
And so do you find that blocking your time like that? So when you're talking about you spend all your time collecting images and then you do the next bit and the next bit, do you find that's the most productive way?
I'm all about batching. I think batching is the bee's knees. Like I don't do shit unless it's batched. I can't, it's so much time to do this. I mean, it still requires me to open up the program and get the title. It's like, just opening up Illustrator 5 different times to do 5 images is time I don't have. That's like a minute each time. Like I don't have it. So yes, I batch, and I also, like I said, I typically, each one of my days is assigned to something. It might be like, a little client work or something, but I usually have one main project. So if I have a mini course, I block out a whole day for it. There's no client work. I don't do anything. And that's why I said, like, it takes 8 hours, but it's one day and then I'm done. It's done. It's on a carried over, of course, like an hour each day. So to each their own. It's just how my brain works. Like if I could just focus on it for 8 hours and be done, I'm way more efficient than if I did try to do a little bit every day.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be different for, different people. But the point is understanding what works for you and working through it. But I want to go back to you talking about your checklists and your process. Is process better than system? No,
I like process. I approve. Yes, process is better.
Okay, we'll use the word process from now on. Keep
Thank you.
So as I was building out the mini course that we're doing next week, it was the first time that I had done it through lead pages, because I attended a webinar mini course that was done through lead pages and went, oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Totally seamless, like perfection. But it was the first time I was doing it. So anybody that's doing something like that for the first time, it's having the wherewithal to, as you're going through it, build that checklist.
Absolutely.
Because not only the next time you're going to do it is it going to be so much quicker, but when you get to the point of expanding, you're going to be able to hand your assistant or whoever it is that document to say, this is exactly what you need to do.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. The goal is always like, how do I offload this shit? And instead of going back, like, you nailed it. And that's exactly what I did. It's like, just note everything you do. And as you continue to do whatever task it is, you'll hone that list. And eventually, very quickly, after, maybe 3 or 4 iterations, you're going to have, like, exactly what I said. Like, I now know, I need to create all the list shit before I do the blog post because I have to link everything, or I need to do this before I do this. And so, that'll take a couple iterations, but the magic that is some sheet that's just like, bam, 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 it's also like a mind thing, right? It's like, I know the 3 of us too, and I know a lot of people out there, it's like we get to that paralysis, that overwhelm, and I don't do shit because I'm just like, where do I start? And that was totally how I felt about my first mini course. Like, I'm like, on top of just technology and the fear of, getting on camera and talking to yourself, but then people are actually watching, like the concept is crazy. But, so the more efficient and easier we can make shit for ourselves, the more we're going to do it, because it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And the first time you do anything, it's like, I was talking to Kat this morning about putting the webinar together, and I figured out a different way to do it for me that made much more sense. But you feel like an ox trying to get through, like plowing. You're just like, oh my God. And Dre, I was telling you when I was setting the whole thing up through lead pages, because I'd never done it through lead pages. it was so overwhelming, and I was so like, I don't know if I can. I was like on the precipice of fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And that's totally, like, that is so legit. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like the more, and you just, that first time you have to push through. And like, and here's the thing, you might have an issue, or like yesterday I emailed you that there was some weird pop-up action. It's like, and you're like, oh damn it, I thought I'm like, dude, don't even sweat. Like, it's the first time. Like, did we all forget when I did a whole mini course and people couldn't see shit, and I did like 40 minutes of it? I mean, it's just like, stuff happens, and it's not the end of the world. Like, nothing actually. Like, I'm like, so somebody emailed me, they get a weird pop-up. Like, if they don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. Like, don't even lose 1 second of sleep over it. But that push is that's real. That struggle is very real, and it sucks. But the magic that you're going to have after you do this like 2 or 3 times, like you're just going to be a pro, and you're going to do it in a quarter of the time.
Yeah, no, that's totally true.
I love that, because when Cara and I were talking just before we came on air, I used the word, because you said you came at it from a completely different angle this time. Like you'd taken that time out and your brain was thinking, and this is my word. I don't know if you like this word, Dre, but recombobulate.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Sounds like something you should say while you're drinking tequila.
There's a lot of shit I should say when I'm drinking tequila, and that's why we don't create videos when I'm drinking tequila, because you never know what the hell's going to come out of my mouth.
But yeah, that's it. Just letting your brain.
It is.
Recombobulate and put the pieces together, because as you said, sometimes we're just so tempted, and I think it's indicative of our personality types. We just push through treacle and we keep going, and we see it as a challenge,
right?
Well, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but it's like, honestly, for me, my personality type, the mental is 90% of my struggle. It is not getting the work done. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not getting work done. It's not learning shit. It's not figuring it out. It's me getting out of my own fucking way. It's me believing in myself. It's me not giving up when it's really hard and it feels like it would be better to get a shot of tequila and go outside and, you know, just relax. So honestly, it's like, I think we can all agree, like, when we've pushed past it, I mean, the mini courses scared the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of me. But I knew it was like this thing. I was holding myself back because I knew that there would be magic in me doing it. I knew with my personality type, video and shit is a lot better. I can get my personality across. Writing, I hate writing. I mean, honestly, I'm blogging like a 16th of the amount this year that I did last year. I'm just not going to be traditional blog posts anymore because I don't enjoy it and it's not my thing. But every time I do push, it's like the most magical shit in the world for me. Like, just internally for me, it pushes me forward. It gives me more confidence. It allows me to push through the next thing that before I pushed through the first thing felt like hell no. It keeps carrying me along. So, and branding is the same thing. A lot of solos aren't doing it because it scares the shit out of them. And that's just not a good enough reason for it. You got to find the right resource and dive the fuck in.
That I think is what you've done so well, Dre, is find that it's almost like your personal, as I always talk about, your personal blueprint, what works for you. Because as you said, like, the type of marketing that we do and the type of things that we do has changed so significantly. And it's more about that how-to, the practical stuff. Nobody wants to go on a webinar and listen to 20 minutes of you ranting about your backstory.
Right.
Then another
I can't stand that.
Nonsense, and then a hard sales pitch.
Right.
I'm really turned off by that. Whereas if you can get advice, as you say, like practical stuff, what can you go away and actually take action on today after you've done one of your mini courses? And that is what
the title of my mini course. Hence the title of like, this,
that's what I'm saying. It's setting the tone, like, done. Like, nobody, and that's why I love it, because nobody that is going to read that title and subscribe is going to get pissed at you and me, or, you know, hating you and me because, oh my God, they said fuck. Oh my God, they made a joke. Oh my God, they have a sense of fucking humor. Like, nobody is. If you read that title and you registered and then you were like mind blown that we're sassy, like, you're mildly stupid. And by mildly, I mean,
you might have issues. Yeah.
Right. So, and that's the other thing is like, don't we just want to learn? Like, the other thing is like the people that create the videos with the white background, it looks like it cost you $50,000. Like, I can't relate to that. It's you don't seem attainable. I don't feel like what you're doing is even like possible for me. And when you learn from someone who doesn't have, doesn't want this to be a we, or is just like, I think luckily for us, that's where so much marketing is moved, is that it's personality. It is like, just be yourself and own it. And I mean, one of the greatest things, and we shared this months ago when we really got into shit in this society about our struggles with depression and anxiety and all that stuff. And one of the things for me was pushing through that fear was like, it was more for me than anything else. And the more that I can make myself push through it and be who I am and not apologetic about it, the more freeing. Again, it didn't feel so impossible to overcome. And the other thing about owning your shit is that this is what I found last year. A lot of my homies tell me about haters and, how aggressive they are and rude. And I honestly, for who I am and my mouth and what I say and put out there, do not get that many haters. And so I've talked to a couple people, like a lot bigger names, a lot bigger exposure. And I start asking them, like Andy Lyons, why do you think that is? Like, why? Because I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so intimidating, and don't tell it to me. Like, I'm not like egotistical like that. But I'm like, why? And here's what I honestly, like, real deal think. I think when you own it, the power is taken away. Like, what are you going to tell me that I spelled something wrong in my presentation? Duh. I'm sure there's like 15 fucking errors in it. I'm not a writer. Like, you have a sassy mouth. Like, you don't say. Like,
really?
Did you get that I'm sarcastic too? Nobody says that shit to me because I'm very upfront with this is it, take it or leave it. And I see so many solos out there struggling with wanting that, but being afraid because of these haters. And it's like, it's actually the opposite, but it takes that bravery again, right, to push through it. But when you do, I swear to God, you're going to realize that nobody has the power to tell you shit. Like, they cannot tear you down because you've just owned it. And they look like a moron repeating the obvious.
Yes.
Do you know, it's funny, Joe, I was in doing a session yesterday with some, it was 40 photography students in one of the local universities. And, kind of mixed age range. And we were talking about starting before you're ready. And every single one of them said, but, I'm so scared. And what if people don't like it? And of course, I'm like that. No.
What?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? And actually, once you're able to get over that barrier and not give two damn hoots what anybody else says or thinks about you, it's so freeing. And okay, sometimes you still have that self-doubt sometimes, but you're absolutely right. And I think, Cara, you were going to talk about it. We've talked about it in previous blabs about as soon as you own your own brand voice, it's so liberating, because then you just think, do you know what, if you unsubscribe, cheerio, you're not meant to be in.
That's what I'm saying. You just stop. You're so clear on what it is that you're so willing. Like, the first email you get in my autoresponder is like, sales may have asked. So it's like, I list kind of like, 3 humorous but totally true like weaknesses of mine. And then basically I say, like, if you don't like this shit and this is who I am, like, don't unsubscribe right now. Like, and don't let the door kick you on the way out. Like, bye-bye.
Well, for me, this was all a tipping point so my history is I was the social media manager for a big band. I did that for a couple of years. Talk about drinking from a fire hose as far as learning social media. And then I went to work for an agency that was the very typical agency, small timey, whatever. And I was there 6 months, and it was kind of a mutual parting of ways. And one of the things the CEO said to me was, you're too black and white and you're too focused. And it so took me aback, because I was, in my head, I'm like, wait, how is that a bad thing?
That's what I'm saying. That's a negative.
And I took it and I went with it. And it was like a fuck yes, this is who I am. I am black and white. I am focused, and that's okay. And that's who I am. And I have so much to offer, and I have so much to teach, and whatever. Yeah. And then it was when I decided, yes, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own, and I'm going to be all about being who I am and not apologizing for that. I found your branding guideline worksheet. I think that, I don't remember, what is it called again? You have a title.
The quick and dirty guide to branding for solopreneurs.
I found that, and I took it to a bar, and
That's my girl. That's my girl.
And I sat at a bar and filled it out, made myself fill it out over a couple glasses of wine. And it was very much that freeing, like, I can totally do this. I'm okay with being, what are my keywords? Well, no bullshit is one of my keywords, and all this kind of, whatever. And I think when you're starting out, it's hard to know which direction to go and who to listen to. You've got to pick 2 or 3, and Kat and I have talked about this as well. You've got to pick 2 or 3 people that do similar things to what you do that resonate with you, and just focus on that.
Yep, absolutely. And that alone, just doing that for me was huge, because for so many years, I did that whole follow 10 or 20 of them, and they were all the really big names, like Marie Forleo and Brendan Burchard and Frank Kern. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not Frank Kern, although he's fantastic and super hot. I do have, that's my major crush, is Frank Kern. Nice. But that was it. It was finding, so last year, I was telling Kara this the other day when we talked, last year I found Kimber Luna, and she was like, this is my girl. She's got blue hair. She's got a foul mouth. She does not fucking apologize. And she is crushing it. Her business model was a model I liked, the way she did. That's why I have my group. That's why the society was created, because Elizabeth Kelsey, my other, I love her. She's in the society. She really kicked my ass. I was like, girl, you need to follow Kimber. She's the one that introduced me to her. And she's like, you need to do exactly what she's doing, because it's the same personality type. So it's the same, like you said, don't try and devour everybody else's shit, because it gets so overwhelming. That's when I was really overwhelmed, listening, oh, you should do list building. Oh no, you should do social media. Oh no, you should do this. Oh no, you should blog. Oh, you should have blog. You should fucking, what? And it's
do a 3-day course, an evergreen course. Do it this way. Right. Do it that way. Do it live. Do it
launch ever. You're like, fuck. So take all that out. I hate the advice that's go find 10 or 20 people, and who needs 10 or 20 people to tell them shit? Did you have 10 or 20 teachers teaching you one subject in high school? No, you need 1 to 3 max. Honestly, I think 1 to 2. And it's they should have the similarities in personality, and what that'll do also is tell you that what you want to do is possible. For me, that was the other thing. It was I would follow these Marie Forleos, and I think she's awesome, but what she's doing isn't what I wanted to do. So it's why am I following her advice? And I think her advice works for tons.
Right.
But it wasn't right for me. And I think that's the thing. And they don't have, here's the other thing that irritates me is that a lot of the really great people out there aren't getting necessarily the exposures with the newbies. You know what I mean? It's harder to find them, the Kimber Lunas and the Mariah Cause. They don't get the press and the exposure that Derek Halpern and David Siteman Garland and Marie Forleo and all the ones that I started following, and they're great. But having something more personable in your brand is where you have to start when you're new. I mean, we're just not going to go out in these live events that have 3,000 people. We got to start with our blogs, and we got to start with somebody has to listen and give a shit for us to make it. And I think that's, like I said at the beginning, I think the mental, I think that is the biggest struggle that noobs go through. And we all went through it. And it's I think that's part of my mission too, especially with the society, is to just give that support and encouragement, because it's the power of getting over that hump. And I've seen it again and again with my clients. They come to me for that reason, because they're dude, you just say whatever you want and you own it. And they so badly want to be able to do that. And sometimes it's more of a focus. Sometimes it's more of like a psychology counseling session than it is about branding, because I got that. Like, we'll get this. Like, we'll get to that. But if you don't pull up the panties and get that bravery, like, dude, even if it's phony, like, that's where I think fake it till you make it is real. Like, I do hate that thing, but that's real. Like, believe in yourself before you have a reason to. And honestly, that's what changed for me, is I believed in the people who believed in me, because I'm like, oh, I don't believe in myself, but they do, and I'm just going to try it. And then slowly, you know, the confidence grew because I actually did get shit done, and I did get some exposure, and every little bit feeds to the next step.
Mm-hmm. But Dre, I think that's well what you said right at the beginning about being accessible, you know, like watching the three of us just now in our own homes, you know, sitting and doing your courses like that and talking to people, because I've made the mistake of doing videos that are just quite kind of bland in the background or against a wall or whatever. And actually, the more I look at it, it's be more yourself, as much as yourself as you can as possible, because then people get, oh, you've been there, or you're even in that seat while I'm trying to learn as well. And you're so accessible for people because you're just normal, you're just doing your stuff, you're doing it your way, and people feel encouraged by the fact, and all that psychology stuff, as you say, all that brain stuff, you think, actually I can actually do this is not me going from here to Marie Forleo, this is me doing my thing, doing it really well, and finding my own voice to do it. But you've got to have a really good chair as well.
People want to see your NASCAR chair. People want to see your NASCAR chair or your Formula One chair.
Cats, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, they want to see your Formula One chair. That's a total race car. Like, why does it have the hole in the back? Like, what the hell is that for?
Because it's Formula One, and I'm a bit of a Formula One fan, and I follow it.
Gotcha. So we got some issues there.
Your personality.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I love the way you said it. Exactly. It's like, we're just in our offices. Like, you can see the cat, you know, photo bomb, video bomb. Like, you can hear your dog when the squirrel's like taunting him out the window. Like, it's like, but that's the real shit. That's the real, like, I'm not in a studio with some, you know, radio mic. Like, hi guys, I'm doing this. Like, what the fuck? No.
And do my Irish accent.
Yeah. Right.
Scottish.
Yeah, you are Scottish in my mind. Okay, just go with that.
Who's the guy that does? There's a guy that does. I think his name is John Morrow.
Yeah.
So he's obviously, he kind of pioneered the whole mini course webinar, you know, that whole thing, which is fantastic. But when he does his videos that lead up to selling his class, it's from the deck of his, you know, huge house in Colorado and all this kind of stuff. And I get that the whole point is like, look what you could have.
Right.
But for someone who's still very much in the beginning of my journey, it's like, I that's not where I'm at. I can't do that right now.
That's what I'm saying. Right. And great for them. And I know they all started where we are, but noobs following that, it's very mind fucking. It's a mind fuck. And you're like, dude, no, I'm not going to have 7 cars behind me, like, at any point. And I'm not going to be able to afford a $30,000 video editor. Like, I'm going to use Google Hangouts that's free with my webcam. Like, it isn't applicable. And that alone, it makes it feel impossible.
Right.
When you just see someone who you do know is kicking ass, like, you know they are, but they just do this, they just jump on and they're like, you know, what's that? And there's so many out there that are doing it right now. It's amazing. It's amazing. And that's what I think that noobs, like, they really need to find somebody that's accessible and that is going to be real. Like, in almost every email, like almost every time I send an email, and usually I send one once a week, I almost always call myself out on one thing. Like, it's like, this is what I did this week. Like, I fucked up this. I'm struggling with this every time. And that is strategic in the way that I do not want to send this email of like, oh my God, do you guys want to know how I got 11,000 subscribers? Like, no, you don't. You don't give a fuck. You want to know how I am doing what I am doing on an every day, like, get up in the morning. I didn't shower. I'm freaked the fuck out today. I cleaned the toilet 4 times because I do not want to write this blog post because I'm fucking terrified. Like, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Like, did I get the mini course? Did I get all this shit done in the first year that I launched? Like, epic. Yeah, hell yeah. I crushed it. But
Right.
what the hell is that going to do for you? Like, if you don't understand that the struggle is real and that it happens every day, and that 2 years ago I never thought I'd be at this place, and at this place the struggle isn't any less real. Like,
Right.
still real. So,
And it's funny, that's why we do the Blab every week, because we always talk about, as Cara said, we always catch up and we're like, oh my God,
This
happened.
yeah.
Let's talk about that, because you're trying to be honest with people.
And that's the real shit. Not everything's good. Not everything works. Not everything was successful. Not everything you did was great. Not everything that you did people love. To be real, honest.
Yeah.
Like, that's real. And for people to act like everything was just like rainbows and lollipops and butterflies and we just got everything done so easily, that's not real. And I refuse to feed that misconception or that movement, like whatever it is, I refuse to feed it. Like, I nonstop am honest and transparent about my fuck ups and my struggles and my emotions and my fears. And you're right, Kat. Like, I can't tell you how many emails I get every day from people, whether it's from the society and they just didn't want to put this out there, or from people that just started getting my emails. And it is a difference than a lot out there that's like very sterile and pipey, and they get mine and it's like, oh, first of all, not just cursing, but it's like real, it's transparent, and it's refreshing for people. And again,
look forward to it. You look forward to it, because the last one is another sterile email in your inbox with somebody saying, oh, you've made a mistake on line 3.
Oh, yeah. And the one or twice every couple months that somebody does that to me, you don't even, like, I've got it down. Like, now it's a game of like, how can I tell them to fuck off in 5 words without saying fuck off? So my latest one is like, good thing I'm not a grammar expert. Like, did I say that? Like, is this a spelling bee? Because I don't know how.
Good thing that's not what people pay me for.
Well, and if that's what you got, it's like where you tell a story and you're like, oh wait, so you woke up late? You're like, that wasn't the fucking point of the story, right? So if you read my whole blog post and then I said you are instead of your, like, fuck off, So yeah. I get really angry because it's so stupid, and you're stupid if you call me out for that.
I wrote a guest blog for Cara that she published this week, and exactly that. I put a disclaimer at the bottom saying, I use UK English, I speak in Scottish slang, please don't write in.
Please don't write in.
Don't tell me like I've spelled from
it's so lame. I had someone do that on the logo mini course on the Facebook page, and I was just like, it's like, that's the comment you're leaving. Like, that's also, I'm just like, you took your time to leave that comment. Like, you're a douche. You're a douche. And it didn't bother me. It's just like, do you realize that makes you look like a douche? And nobody cares that wherever the fuck I made an error, I made it like, so I just taught you how to create a logo, but what you got is that I spelled something wrong.
Bravo to you.
And it's like, did your award come in the mail? Like, are you hoping for a plaque? Like, what exactly is the goal? Like, I'm going to take the whole thing down because I spelled something wrong. Like, oh my God.
You need to make a GIF of you, like, handing a gold star.
I like that. But it also, I feel like, should have, like, a middle finger on it. It should be, like, a gold star with, like, just, like, I like that idea. Yeah. I can make that happen. Don't you worry about that. Because I'm telling you, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, I am not nice. I'm not nice.
So I would say to kind of bring it back around for all of us solopreneurs that are struggling to figure out what direction to go, trying to barrel through, doing things for the first time, whatever, having your branding and being clear about, even if it changes over time, but being clear about how you're doing it is going to save you so much of that mental, emotional energy that goes into trying to complete a project or trying to do something new. Having that situated is it's dividends in your time and your, oh my God, how am I going to fucking do this?
Yeah, it's invaluable. And that's honestly like the course that I'm coming out with, which will be, DIY branding for solopreneurs. And I'm putting together a free email course, to kind of walk people through up to that. You know, it's kind of like my funnel, another word I hate, but have figured out another word. But that is what the entire beginning is. It's about the mind space, and it's about clarity. Like, here's the thing that I don't like. Here's the thing. Solopreneurs, especially noobs, they don't believe, or they mistakenly dismiss branding because they think that it's an expense, not a necessity. What my mission is this year is to get our solos to understand it is not an expense. It is a crucial, critical, deal breaker, must have. Because what branding is clarity. It's clarity in your style, in your voice, in what you're doing, in your brand, your business model. It is clarity. It is confidence, and it is consistency. And being able to have that in your business is priceless. So if you have to pay $500 or $2,000, you know, depending on if you hire, you know, someone like me to actually do it for you, or you do it yourself, yes, you're going to have a financial investment. And yes, you're going to have a time investment. What you need to understand is that's not an expense. It's a necessity. It has to happen. And they go hand in hand. Like, that clarity goes, as soon as you get clear, the branding is actually really easy. And that's why I say with so many of my clients, it's a psychology and it's the mindset, because the branding, oh, like, we got this. Like, but I'm not creative and I don't know where to start and I don't know what my style is and I like everything and I want to have everything and I don't like to choose. That tells me right out of the gate, we're not at the design place. We're not at the creation place. We're at the discovery place. We're at, you need to dive in and figure this shit out. Because a brand where you're going to share like your favorite nail polish and your recipes and your workout routine and, you know, your new pillowcase.
Smoothie.
I know. I loved that post on Facebook.
But this is the thing. It's like people associate, Cara and I blabbed about this, I can't remember, a few blabs ago, but why it's important to hire a professional in your business. And we discussed exactly what you're saying. It's that working with those people who are just at that discovery phase is probably not where we are. It's trying to educate those people to say, this is the next step. And in terms of branding, what I hear all the time is, oh, I need a brand so I can get a business card. And I need and you're just like, you know, that's just not what it's about. You haven't arrived.
Right. You nailed it, Kat. Nailed it. It's not about a fucking logo. It's not. Like, and I'm a visual girl. It's not, though. You cannot get to that. And we see it in the society. People really, really struggling and, you know, post something for feedback. And, you know, we all shower them with our opinions and encouragement. How many times do you see where they're like, okay, you guys were super helpful. I got to go back. Like, I'm not there yet. I did it because, like I said, because they needed a header for their website or they needed a social cover or things aren't consistent. So it's like, you know, fist bump, you totally understand that you have to be consistent, but you can't jump the gun and you can't piecemeal this and you can't pick and choose. You have to get clarity. When you get clarity, and I want to figure out this year how to get some of my clients on the Branded Solopreneur and on some live events to explain what that really, like, someone other than me that can really be like, this is what happened. She got me to a place of clarity. And when you have that clarity, the branding, the visual, the textual, the finding your voice is so fucking easy. The problem why you're struggling is because you're not clear. Done. Period.
And I have to say, because it fits so perfectly, that is exactly the viewpoint that I have with social media and exactly what I'm going to be teaching on the mini course. It's about clarity. It's about understanding. It's about process. And it is so essential. If you don't realize how essential social media is for your marketing, which is part of branding, which is, you know, all of that stuff, you're going to flounder and you're going to waste a ton of time and you're not going to get any traction. You have to be very clear and you have to have a game plan and you have to have your system. And if you don't have all those, and it's a process, and I deal with the same thing where social media is in kind of this weird place where you have the people that really understand how valuable it is for their business, they want to waste a ton of fucking money hiring an agency, which they should not be doing because they're paying for the ping pong table in the beer fridge.
Right.
And they're still getting an intern that's actually doing the work. Or the people that want to do it themselves, but they don't really understand it or can't wrap their head around it or don't have a schedule. So they're just floundering and being a, whatever. They just can't do it right. Or they want to hire somebody out of college for pizza and beer money to do it. And it's like,
they're not getting it. They're not getting the mentality behind it. They're not leveraging social because they don't get the social aspect. They don't get how to get the most out of it. And you nailed it. It's like, I don't think there's enough put on clarity across the board, whether we're talking about branding or social media or marketing or email marketing. I don't give a list building. I don't give a shit what it is. Strategy. I think that people say strategy and what they mean is clarity because there's so much talk on strategy, right? So I get it, but we need to start using the words clarity. Like we need to start using the word and making people understand that it's not strategy. Like I'm going to post, okay, so I need to post 5 times a day. So is it best to post at 10 or is it best to, like, what the fuck? Get off the damn time schedule, okay? Like
if I see one more stupid Pinterest post about the best times to post, oh my God, it's bullshit.
I know. But that's what I mean is that people are mistaking strategy for clarity. And they're focusing on the wrong bright light. And that bright light is blinding them to what they really need to find. And that's the discussion and the conversation that I am going to be all about this year is clarity, because too many people are struggling out there and they're not understanding why they're struggling. They're reaching out, like Kara said, they're reaching out, they're hiring the wrong people and they're focusing on the wrong shit to get them where they want. They don't get that somebody needs to, and that's the other thing that I think, there's 2 types of people, and there's the people that are going to respond to the compassion end of that, to pushing them through with compassion, and which is not, totally me. And then there's the people like I think us, and but here's why I say that. It's like, I love my peeps. I love my clients. I love our society. I am fiercely fucking protective of my peeps, but I tough love. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit for you is what I mean. And that's where I know who my people are and who they aren't. But I push because I care, and I push my clients and people on the society. And I know sometimes they get pissed because they don't understand that this is not me challenging you in any sort of egotistical way. This is me wanting you to understand that you're not clear. You think you're clear and you want this logo and you're so like, I gotta get it done because this person asked me for some fucking shit that you could just tell them it's not ready or give them whatever is done. But they're not they don't get it. And that's where I think that we need to do the work this year with our clients, is in all 3 of our businesses and everybody out there, is clarity. I don't care if you're even talking like weight loss or eating healthy. It's mindset. And once you have the mindset, all that shit's easy. It's all doable. But if you don't have it, it's going to be a brick wall every time.
I just rattle on the whole time, and Kara's bored of hearing me waxing lyrical about it. It's like, get your own friggin' blueprint, and there ain't no such thing as time management. There's only self-management, and it's like, get off your ass and make it happen. And it's funny because I speak to so many people about it, and I go through this educational phase, and some people just want a coach that gives them hankies and hugs.
That's
and do you know what?
No.
I am not that person. No. And I speak to coaches, but they have all the answers. I'm like, no, they don't. No. Sometimes they need an opinion, and they're just going to get it full on, in your face, broad Scottish accent, whether you like it or not. It's kind of in your face. It's like crap.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like that word. So
there it is.
Had to say it at least once. Had to say it at least once. But yeah, and it just frustrates me that so many people come into groups and they want spoon fed, and they don't really want your opinion, and it's like, you're not in the right place if you're not ready to make that change. The reason we do what we do is because we know what we're doing. Apologies if that's egotistical, folks, but it's reality.
Real, because the struggle is real, because we all deal with it every day. And if we're open about our own struggles, then my hope is that the right peeps for us see that, can resonate with it and can let us help them better. I mean, that's my kind of take on the transparency. Like, if you see that I'm struggling, then what I'm telling you, you understand that I'm living and breathing. And this is not some formulaic fucking self-help, get you your formula and blueprint. This is helping you understand what you want, what shit really looks like, what you need, where you're going to cut out the bullshit. And that's what the three of us, like, that's how we know those are our peeps, because somebody that wants to be spoon-fed and coddled and stroked and has what I like to call delicate sensitivities is not my peeps. Because I'm going to wrap everything in the fiercest loyalty and support, but I'm not going to do it by blowing smoke up your ass to make you feel better. Part of the process is that you got to struggle. Part of it is that you got to address the shit that's scaring the crap out of you, and you got to have the bravery and support behind you to be able to do that.
Well, and here's the other thing. All of that is like so right on. But a lot of times, at least for me, when you've got to do that hard work about asking yourself those questions and really pushing yourself, step away from the computer, step away, take a notebook, go to the beach, get a glass of wine, whatever. Like when I did your quick and dirty guide, I printed it out and took it to a bar where I wasn't in front of my computer and I wasn't distracted, and all it was in my own head thinking through it. When we follow all these people on social media or their blogs or whatever, it's so easy to get distracted and to have one eye on it when you really need to be, this is going to be so cheesy, both eyes on yourself, right?
Yeah.
So bad.
We'll let that one pass. We won't judge for that one. It's so true. It's just... it's tragic to see it, and it's tragic to even know that we struggle for it for as long as we did, and then knowing what's real now. But that's where I think that's our duty. Like I think it's part of paying it forward, as I think that you just have to be real about shit. And there's so much, like, my thing is, like, that piece of pie is out there, like our entrepreneurial types that are just like, dude, like, working for somebody else sounds fucking awful. Sitting in a cubicle, if I have to sit in a cubicle one more day in my life, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like, it really seriously sucked my soul out, and all I've ever wanted was to be self-employed. Like, both of my parents were self-employed. Like, I saw the lifestyle, I knew the hustle, I knew the struggle, I knew it wasn't easy, but so I know that, like, internal, like, this is all you want. And it's so tragic to me to watch people that have it but just aren't getting the right advice and guidance and support to dig deep and figure it out. Because the three of us have proved, and we haven't been at this, like, you know, for 10 years, that this is possible, that full incomes are possible, that raising a family and having a lifestyle of more freedom is possible. And it just has to be talked about more and more openly.
I love, I'm sure you ladies do too, because he's awesome, but Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, he talks all the time about patience.
Yeah. It
does not happen overnight. And he talks so much about having so much trust in his own instincts, being a shit about what other people think about what he's doing or his decisions or whatever. He trusts his instincts 100%, and he is patient with himself and his business.
Yep.
And I mean, really, can it boil down to anything else? No. I mean, truly, and it's so hard when you put so much effort into something and it doesn't happen right away to have that, I need to be patient. I need to be patient.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not of our personality types again?
I was just going to say, especially when you have that.
Is that overachiever, high achiever thing?
And super self-doubty. I mean, like, I think that personality type, like, I always say, like, honestly, the haters can't really hate me more than I've hated myself, and they can't doubt me more than I've doubted myself. So, which is very helpful when you get to that place. Like,
Right.
there's a little darkness to get to the lightness,
Right.
or to get to the light. I'm pretty sure lightness is
We'll
just a
let that
word
one
that I made up. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my judge-free word of the day. But you know what I mean? But there's so much power in that, and you have to get to that place. But it's tough, and it's so tough. But that's what I mean. Like 9 times out of 10, we're our biggest problem. Like getting the fuck out of your own way and believing in yourself when you don't have any reason to believe. Like what?
Yeah.
How are you going to believe when you haven't done it and you're not making any money online and the brand's not there and this is just an idea? Like, yeah, you don't actually have reasons to believe, but the thing that I believe separates the ones that make it from the ones that don't is that they just believed when they didn't have a damn reason to. Honestly, if you look at them, if you look at the ones, they push through so much struggle that we don't know, that they may not talk about, but it's like if you break it down, the ones that are out there crushing it, like even Gary Vee. I mean, dude, he started a family wine shop, like, and with his personality, he had so much haters. Like he just got bashed, and he was really one of those mouthy, sassy, leaders. Like he really kind of changed the movement online to be able to be that strong personality. Yeah, he was very much a leader in that movement. And for that, he had struggle like none of us can even fucking imagine. And look where he is. It's like what separates the ones that ultimately do is you just push through it. And even at the biggest failure moments, you believe. Yep. And it's not easy, but that's part of why you get a support group and why you make friends, like legit friends with your peers, not this like, I love to share your shit. That's what I mean. Like, dude, I'm texting Kara all the time. Like, dude, what the fuck's up? I don't know. I can't do that. All the time. Like, this is not like, oh, thank you for having me on your show, Kara. Like, no, it's not that. Like, these ladies are friends, legit friends. We talk about personal shit. Like, it's true though. Like, you gotta have that though. Like, real deal. Because a lot, like, I'm sure you too, a lot in our personal life, when they say real life, because this is my real life, but my personal life, they don't get it. I start talking about work and you see glazed over eyes. They're just like, I'm super excited for you. I don't really know what the fuck you just said, but I am super pumped.
But it's awesome. Well, and like my mom was here last week, which was super, super awesome. But she's definitely like oh, what are you doing today? Let's go shopping. I'm like, Mom, I can't. Mini course, Mom. Mini course.
Yes.
Yeah. I was at the university, as I said yesterday, and one of the heads of department approached me and said, Kat, have you ever considered lecturing? And I'm like, working for somebody else again. So I came home and I spoke to my father, and he was like, oh, great, somebody's like offering you a real job again. I'm like,
oh
like,
what? I know.
No.
They kind of think you're unemployed. You're like, dude, I'm not unemployed. I'm self-employed.
I'm choosing this lifestyle for my sanity. And if anybody ever gets control of my me time, my holiday time, my time to go away with my friends ever again.
Yeah. That's insane. Like, you have to be like, no, my kid really is sick, or like, no, I really am vomiting, but you need some sort of fucking proof. Like, oh, I'm sorry, let me get out of bed and go get a doctor's note for you, so that it seems more legitimate that I didn't do my goddamn work today. Like, crazy town.
That I didn't pretend to work for 6 hours and work for 2.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you two, but my boss is a pure bitch.
Oh. I actually had a fantastic boss. My issue was always executive management. Like, here's the funniest thing. So the last company I was at, like, I'm not kidding. Like, if we lined everybody up, okay, you would be able to tell who was a VP or above purely by asking them how much they hated me. So VPs and lower loved me. Like, VPs loved me. The worker bees loved, like, my peeps, dude. I'm still super tight with them. Every fucking VP and asshole with a C in front of his name hated me. And it's because I did not buy this. Like, they would come in and be like, I think we're going to go with this. Like, that's not what we're going to go with. Because you just walked out of your office. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, And they were just literally like, I was just done. After 10 years, I was done. I didn't give a shit. I sucked. Like, a lot of people were like, I don't know how you did that. But my point was that it's illogical. It's that, you know, corporate shenanigan. I mean, our type is very different. And a lot of the people in our lives don't get it. It's like you said, Kat, it's like, well, maybe you should apply for job. Like, no, I don't think, like, if I'm like, I want to get some more passive incomes, you know, income streams into my business, like, well, you can get a part-time job. Like, what? So serving froyo is like the fucking answer, not putting some different parts of my business. Like, it's like some of the shit people in our lives. Yeah, I'm like, make it yourself. That's why they're out there. Like, could you even see me? Like, first of all, no, I never worked in food industry because I would be like, get your own fucking shit. I worked in a bar for 8 hours once. I was like, no, I don't work
for 8 hours.
8 hours.
Amazing.
One shift. And I was like, I drink at bars. Who the fuck wants to get up when you're drinking and get you a drink? Like, it didn't work.
I had a moment several months ago. I had a moment where I was like, losing that patience and like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know. And I was talking with our buddy Reese in the group, who is also totally amazing. Talk about a boss lady.
That's what I'm like. She is also a friend for life. She is fantastic.
So she and I were talking, and I was lamenting and probably whining. I know I was whining, but having that moment of like, I can't be this. I'm just super strong and kick ass right now. Like, I don't know if this is going to work. And she said, well, let me ask you, have you thought about getting a part-time job to help tide you over in the meantime? And it was that instant moment of like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
This has to work, and it's going to work, because the thought of that literally makes me nauseous.
Right. Yeah. And that's a type, you know what I mean? Like, that's where we're a type, because we are willing to work longer hours, to sacrifice more for what this is, like having our own shit. Like, it means I would rather make less, work more. I mean, all that, and not long term, you know what I mean? But I'd rather do that for 3 or 4 years than go back and like be like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I can clock out. I can't clock out at 5. I mean, this is a lifestyle. Like, I check shit at 1 o'clock in the morning. I check it at midnight. My friends are like, you know, stop doing this. Could you maybe be party? Like, it's like we're drinking and partying, and I'm like, oh, that logo looks good. You should move that there. Like, I'm just like, fuck it. This is how I roll. But that's what I mean. Like, it's easier to have a 8 to 5. Like, you get a paycheck every 2 weeks. It's really great. Like, we don't want that.
Really, because if it doesn't jive for you, then you end up having that conversation where they're like, oh, we don't know if this is going to work out. So is it really easier? Because who knows how long it's going to last.
Right. And that's especially in this economy, like in the US, it's like, dude, you have all your eggs in this basket. And when I have a lot of friends at the moment that are laid off and struggling as fuck, especially the older you get, it's like, more college kids are coming in, they're taking the jobs, you know, the people that have been working for 25, 30 years aren't getting those positions because you could just pay the kids less and they're more tech savvy. Like, there's so many reasons. And like, that's where I'm at, Kara. It's like, this is my own security. Like, this is me being able to, and to create a life for the family I want to have. Like, this is making sure that my shit is tended to and not letting the man have any ability to pull the rug out of under my fucking feet. Like, I'm in charge. If I don't make it work, it's my fault. It's not anybody else's. Yeah. But that's very much a lot of the people in our life don't get it. It's like the convenience to have a job, to just show up and be a minion and a robot, and they don't understand where this drive comes from. But the more I talk to the people like us, it's like that's my peeps. Like, I just automatically feel bonded to them, because I'm just like, you know, so many other people don't get it. That, like, just go get a part-time job. I'm like, do you understand that I'd rather hook it on the corner than go, like, I'm not ever going to work for someone else. Like, if it means different parts to selling myself, like, that's going to happen first, because I'm never ever gonna answer to a CEO ever again.
Apart from
Ever.
yourself.
Apart
Apart
from
from the CEO.
Yeah. Well,
But it's the toughest gig.
I already am the CEO, so even when they were, I was like, bitch, really, I'm in charge. But so that's my bread and butter. Like, I just love solos, and that's also why it's the soul opener. It's the ones. It's like, dude, I'm gonna make this happen all by myself.
Yes. Kat, what are you dying to say?
No, I'm just saying it's like it's the toughest career choice in the world. It's the toughest gig, but it's also the best thing I've ever done. And speaking to a whole load of newbies yesterday, I managed to put at least half the room off because I was so blunt and so realistic about, do you know what? I'm not going to say this is easy, because it's absolutely not. No. But do I get more out of it than anything I've ever done? And I've had jobs that I have loved before, but like that, answering to somebody else. I mean, I remember one of my kind of recent, like before I left, and it nailed it for me, was in a room, and it was a police environment, won't get into too much detail, but somebody said to me, oh, we need to be meeting this target, and you've currently got it red. Could we turn it to green? And I just fired a green pen at them. I was like, fucking colour it in.
Yeah.
Because you're putting yourself on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I am done here. I have a calling to go and do something that is bigger than myself and bigger than any of this nonsense that you're absolutely talking about. Yeah. But yeah, totally hardest thing. Yeah. I maybe wouldn't go and stand in the corner and sell my wares.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying.
It rather than go and get the
struggle is real. But that's what's going to separate the ones from make it from the ones that don't, is that you push through that. Like, we all have the drive, all of us entrepreneurial types, but honestly, what separates us is like how willing you are to push through that uncomfortableness and to own that struggle. Like, honestly, some days, dude, I don't work. Like, I'm just, me and Kara were talking about, like, I wake up with anxiety. I don't have any focus. I'm like really sad and down on myself. Like, it's real. It's so real. But it only works because I push through that. Because, all the days aren't great. Everything's not great all the time. But I think that us talking about this and the more and more people I see talking about this, like, that's the real shit. That's where I think magic is going to happen for more people. It's not this formulaic, perfection looking, really super polished marketing that was all the rage in the 90s and early 2000s. Like, we're going to and that's why I love Blab. That's why Blab is awesome, because we could do this. Because it's just like, look at us, we're chit-chatting, we got our homies in the chat, like, people can watch us, we can converse, they can see our backgrounds, you can see our life happening behind it. Like, this is the real shit, not webinar, or what is it, go-to webinar, you don't see them, they don't talk to you, there's no interaction, like, that shit sucks.
Nothing. And someday the three of us will be waking up and having our cup of coffee with our cardigan on a deck in Denver, checking our PayPal account to see how much money came in overnight.
Can we just plan on that? Can we just plan on that fucking, like, on the lake with our boat video? Okay. Like, like, just like, we have to save this and say, like, okay, we totally talked shit about him for that, like, 5 years ago. And then, bitch, who's by the boat? Whose boat is this, motherfucker?
Get there overnight. He didn't get there overnight, and that's the thing is they put out this, like, here, you could have this too, and it's like, well, yeah, but you've gotta relate to me before I get there.
Absolutely.
Oh, I hate all that six-figure stuff, because I can tell you, see, when you're talking about six figures in pounds, that's a shitload more than dollars, folks. Yeah. And that just makes you feel really shitty. Yeah. And I just hate that. It's like, what is profit? You're not even talking in real terms. You're just selling this shiny object syndrome.
Well, and what cracks me up is that they're selling to the noobs. Like, these people with the six figures are selling to the noobs. Like, and I was a victim. I bought some of that stuff, and it was like, this is so not applicable for my business. Like, this is so 5 years down the line, but they're selling to the noobs. So I'm like, this is what's, like, so disconnected for me. And why I love that, Blab's up, Periscope's up, Google Hangouts. Like, I love every format that is about non-perfection. And that's also why I like to do, throw the hat on and do more like, that's what I want. I want you to understand that I did not get ready for 3 fucking hours. I woke up 20 minutes before we came on. I have PJs on my bottoms, like my teeth are not brushed. And this is what you get when you make me go on a show at 9:30 in the morning. Like, this is real. The struggle is real.
It was 5:30 here. We couldn't do anything about it. I'm on the other side of the world. If you're trying to find movies,
I know, but I emailed you. I was like, you guys are killing me with the fucking 9:30 start. Like, really? The only thing that would have been worse was Friday, because Friday is my day to sleep in.
No.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
But,
we just need to move to Scotland, and then we can all blab at the same time.
I know. Which is it?
Cold here, but it's cold. It's cold. Well, I'll come there.
I got my. That's true. Everybody come.
I'll wear like sun
that idea. I like that.
Come to Portland.
Leave most of your clothes.
Overcast. It's good. We're good. You'll feel right at home.
I'll have a brolly.
You asked the question, so you are all hosts. Do you all have a joint name?
No. We're all hosts of different shows. This isn't my show. This isn't my show, Nancy. So do you have a show name, you two?
No,
we might want to work on that. Maybe get like a snappish show name.
Snappy show name. The no crap.
Kara's like, fuck, I have something else to put on my to-do list.
No. It's like,
you do. You guys need a snappy name. Damn it. Good call, Nancy. You need a name.
No, Nancy, we just call it Cata and Cat Show or Cat and Cata Show or whatever.
Well, that's fine, but
we have a great presence.
Well, it's because of Dre. We all met because of Dre. She attracted us to her tribe, and that's how we met.
It's like that's the spider to the web.
She's like the
spider. Geek Tech Media is saying, "Get your shit rant."
Get your shit rant. Nice.
Oh, yeah, like
Get
that.
Shit down rant.
Yeah, I agree with Nancy. You need to come up with a name.
You're right. Since we're talking about branding.
Yeah. But I'm giving lots of love that you guys have an image now with your pictures on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's not a whole lot of opportunities to brand on Blab, but that's definitely one, is the cover
That's one
image.
of them. Now, I will say that every week we pretty much have the same title. It's Social Media and Productivity for Small Business, and it's Get Your Shit.
So do we.
But we need to come up with like a name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then use the same cover image because, again, it's that consistency and repetition that people will start to really recognize your show. But Nancy just called your shit out. Get a name.
She did. Thanks, Nancy.
Thanks,
Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Prop to you, Nancy.
Nancy, yes, it is always at this time. It's on Thursdays at 9:30 Pacific, 5:30 Greenwich, right? Meantime. So it's not, we try and do it every Thursday, but the holidays kind of threw us off schedule and all of that, but pretty much every Thursday. So
and I was watching Netflix a lot. So sorry. Yeah.
I love Netflix.
It's just like my favorite thing in the world. And like you talk about that, some days you get up and you just can't do anything. Yeah. There was 3 days before Christmas and Cara and I were blabbing. It was just our last one, and I was drinking gin, I think, at that point. And the 3 days before it, I had done, and I mean, when I say nothing, I had done nothing, and it felt amazing. And I just watched Netflix sessions.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've had more than a few bingey Netflix days where I should have been here, and you guys probably thought like, oh, she's probably just working away. I'm answering shit on. No, that's breaks in between the show, like. Absolutely. I'm a fat ass Netflix binger, like nightly.
Just another one. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one in the morning.
Yeah, when I discover the show, it's like, and there's something OCD that I just like, I have to like just get through it. Like knowing that I'm still only at like 10 and there's 22, like gives me a little anxiety because that's how neurotic and fucked up I am.
Yeah,
I try and stay away from shows that only I want to watch. I try and just do shows that my hubby and I both want to watch because then I have to wait till he gets home from work.
That's
just me.
So it's a checks and balances for you.
Yes,
that's good. I'm too selfish for that.
I bet you come together time.
Oh, how romantic.
And you're probably not.
I want to binge my shit by myself. I'm like, get the fuck out. I have a bottle of wine. And I can't stand when people talk. Like, I'm totally one of those people that's like rude and pauses it and is like, what? Like, I was watching the show. Like, what? And then they're like, God. I'm like, I cannot listen to you in my ear and then watch the show. And then I rewind it to the very last word I actually heard. Like, I'm super anal.
So my hubby has a really bad habit, and we just finished watching the Making a Murderer. So I was previous law enforcement. My husband's law enforcement. Yeah. So us two watching the show, we're like, oh my God, that doesn't happen that way. What, you know?
Yep.
He has a very bad habit of talking over, and I'll just I'll straight up hit pause, and turn and look at him, and wait for him to be done, and then I'm like, "Are you done?"
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm totally that rude one. That's why I hate watching TV with other people. Like when you go to a friend's house and they're like, "Oh, you want to watch like The Bachelor?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then they're just like, I'm like, I don't know what the girl just said. It's probably fucking unimportant, but I need to know what the like rewind. And they're like, "Oh my God, like." No, shut your fucking mouth. Like, we can only talk during commercials, and if you're gonna fast forward, then you really don't have very much time to talk. But so good talk. I'm with you, Kara. I'm like the super rude, and I do it really exaggerated, where you like stick your hand out and you're like,
right,
and then you look, and I'm like, what, really? Like, right now, like this second, like what? What's your story? Like, what happened at work today? What do we have to hear? Like, super bitchy. Right. So I admit it. I like to binge by myself.
Do you need to talk?
Mine is always like, I always say, did you hit your word limit today? Like, are we done? Like, is it there? Because I swear there's a word limit and you must have fucking hit it already. Like, I don't know why I am single. I know. It's so strange. Really fucking strange.
It's funny because I've made up a sign that I sometimes carry sometimes that I can't deal with people, and it does say like I have reached maximum people exposure today.
Yes, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, stop.
Yeah, I'm just done.
I told my friend, this is why I think it's the most amazing invention, like a hat that has like one of those LED screens on it, and you could just put a message. Like some days it would be fuck off.
I'm done like not today. I'm done peopling today.
Like it's so it's like or like he said, he's like, or you could just have an emoji, because sometimes like it's like my friends will text and then it's just like an emoji, and everyone knows like if it's just one emoji, it's like she doesn't want to talk. Like it could be like the devil or the holding of the eyes or like just a martini glass, but it's like if I just send you an emoji, like don't fucking bother me. That's like a nice fuck off. And so he's like, you need a hat that just has the emoji. Like, I don't want to talk. I'm sleepy. I'm grouchy. I'm hungry. Like, I'm like, that would be brilliant, I think.
Yes.
See, to be honest, I don't even need that. I just have a resting bitch face.
Oh, well, yeah. I was going to say, I think the three of us have that issue, because I totally have
it's written right there, like what I think.
But see, my problem is, I have resting bitch face, but then I also like make myself laugh by being kind of like just snarky and sarcastic and rude and bitchy. So it's like sometimes I really it's like resting bitch face, but then I laugh, and so they're like, I'm confused.
I don't know how I'm supposed to be feeling right now.
Yeah, it's like I feel weirdly like I just got jabbed, but that's like then you're like,
thank you.
I'm like I have that like delivery, and then like the like shit eating grin. So it's like, you're gonna get mad.
Yeah. So we have 1 minute left. 1 minute left. See, and we were worried about, you not being awake enough to talk.
Yeah.
I'm awake now.
Yeah. So basically the moral of the story is branding's important.
Yes. We just wrapped it. Did you like how we wrapped that bow right around it? But this is branding.
Yeah.
We have talked about all the different areas of it: voice, believing, clarity, all that. Branding is huge. That's the best. It is huge, and it is not a expense. It's a necessity.
Yes.
Leave it on that.
So thank you, everybody that joined us and answered or asked questions and participated. You guys are super awesome. This was a really, really fun Blab. Thank you to our special guest.
Thank you. Yeah,
Dre, the branded solopreneur, who's amazing and awesome.
I just post for pictures that aren't being taken. I just like
yes. Yes. So Kat and I will be back. I think next week we're good. Yeah.
I think so. Yep.
Same time next week. Dre, you're always welcome. Open invitation to jump on at any time in our hour and a half ranting about whatever to jump on. But thank you so much for talking with everybody about branding and everything that we talked about today, and it was amazing.
Absolutely. Had a blast, ladies, and I will be on again, but maybe at like the 10:30 mark. Not really 9:30.
Join us then. That's cool.
And thank you everybody in the comments. You guys had a really great comment string going on today. So thanks everybody that watched and came live. You rock.
Thank you.
Thanks for the. Thank you everybody. See you later, girls.
Bye guys.